Hey everyone, I'm Zach from Porsche Center Calgary, and today we're taking a look at a 2023 Panamera 4 SE Hybrid. This comes in Aventurine green metallic, very unique color. It's really changes depending how you look at it, and I'll dive into that a little bit later. It's going to have a black interior. As far as performance goes on this vehicle, you get a ton of performance out of this. So this car has a 2.9 liter twin turbocharged V6. And of course it is a hybrid, so that's coupled with an electric motor. In total, they put out 552 horsepower. So you're going to have a ton of straight line power. And then that's going to also be coupled with the PDK transmission. So same transmissions that's typically associated with their sports cars. It's very intuitive. It's very aggressive, gives you kind of really cool, like quick, lightning fast mechanical feel, provides a ton of engagement. And then this being a sedan as well, it's got a very low center of gravity. It's a very practical car, and you're going to be able to have a ton of fun in it. Panameras, if I were to choose one vehicle for myself here, that's at Porsche, I'd take a Panamera for sure. Like I said, you're going to be able to have a ton of fun with them, that lower center of gravity, PDK transmission, but at the same time, it's very usable for yearly driving. It's a great winter car, and if you're looking for something that you can fit hockey bags and sticks, put your skis through in it, you're able to do all that stuff with this vehicle as well. So they're fantastic. You can't go wrong with them. Often I find, especially in Alberta, people are always looking for SUVs to get into, especially with snow. However, you'll never have a problem with this vehicle. We maybe see one snowfall a year where ground clearance becomes an issue. But besides that, even when it's really cold, Calgary stays pretty dry here. Like I said, you can't go wrong with it. They're fantastic. Continuing on regarding some performance features, so we talked about the power and transmission on this car. You're going to have a few standard features with this car being an e-hybrid. So one, you're going to have your Sport Chrono package. That's the dial you get on your steering wheel to switch between modes. In this car, you'll have more modes than other cars, given that it's a hybrid, so you'll have a dedicated electric mode. On average, you should be getting high 40s, so kind of around 48 kilometers of pure electric range. And that is kind of like what I'd say is like a realistic yearly average. Of course, when it's warmer and you're under ideal conditions, you can go a bit further. On a minus 35 day, you're going to be getting lesser mileage, but that's a good average. Driving on that fully electric mode, you can go up to 134 kilometers an hour. And there's a catch point on your gas pedal. If you exceed that catch point, that's when your combustion engine kind of kicks in to give you that extra power. Besides that, you're going to have your hybrid mode. That's the mode that you'd typically be using. Let's say you're going on longer drives, you're driving out to Banff, going skiing, anything like that. It's kind of the optimal efficiency between your electric and your combustion engine. It works very, very seamlessly. It's absolutely fantastic. And then like any other Porsche out there, you're also going to have your sport mode, made for kind of slightly spirited driving, or if you're wanting your combustion engine running all the time, you can use sport mode for that as well. Sport Plus mode, that's typically only associated with cars that have the Chrono package in it. This one does a standard. That's a sport, well, that's like almost like a track mode made for very aggressive driving. Also going to stiffen up your chassis fully, lower the chassis to the lower level, do a number of things. It gives you the launch control option as well, so you can have quite a bit of fun with that option. I also mentioned it briefly there. As standard, this car is going to have air suspension and PASM. Air suspension gives you a slightly more comfortable ride feel, and also gives you the ability to adjust the ride height. And then PASM is essentially your sport suspension, ability to stiffen up your chassis to different levels, depending what you're doing with the car. So you're on the track, you're on a quite twisty mountain road, you're probably wanting to stiffen up the chassis to reduce that body roll, give you a little bit better road feel so you're more in control of the car. So a few benefits there. Coming to the exterior of the car, talking a little bit about the cosmetic features. So for one, I mentioned the Aventurine green metallic already. Beautiful color, lots of depth to it. When the sun's shining, it looks, well, noticeably green. Let's say it's in the shade or darker at night, it's going to look more like agate gray, another color that's available with us. So lots of depth to this car, absolutely fantastic color. Starting up at the front of the vehicle, you're going to have lots of contrasting high gloss black accents. So starting with the wheels, you're going to have the 21-inch Panamera Sport Design wheels done up in high gloss black. Taking a look inside the wheels, you can see that we've actually done a deletion of the acid green brake calipers. So rather than acid green, they're going to be done up in red, which is typically associated with the S models. You can still see along the badging on the vehicle here, which is done up in high gloss black. The perimeter is done up in acid green as well. And then you're also going to have high gloss black window trims, the Panamera logo around back, and the high gloss black sports tailpipes on the back of the vehicle. So everything's kind of integrated very seamlessly. You can see right here on the side vents too, done up in high gloss black. Looks fantastic. Talking about a few things on the exterior of the car. So for headlights, for one, you're going to have your 4-point LED PDLS headlights. These are the ones that give you the swiveling feature. They're speed dependent. The faster you're driving, the further they're going to be projecting out on the road, and they look really cool at nights too. And sorry, before it slips my mind, one last thing is on top of the deletion of the acid green brake calipers, we also did the deletion of the model designation out back. So you'll notice it just says Porsche on the back, and then it kind of gives it a stealth look where you're not sure what model it is, which yeah, really cleaned up the back. It looks good, especially with this color and all the high gloss black accents on it. Coming to the inside of the car, it's going to be done up with a black standard interior. You're going to have 14-way seats inside the vehicle, heated GT Sport steering wheel. On top of that, you're going to have 4-zone climate control, the onboard 7.2 kilowatt charger. That essentially doubles the charging capacity from what your standard charging would be. So it goes from a 3.6 kilowatt charger, which generally it'd take quite a long time. It'd be almost 20 hours to charge. This one, you're going to be able to do your charging in, overnight. It'll be done with plenty of time. And actually, sorry, I'm going to fix that there. Charging with the 7.2, it's going to be about kind of 5.5 hours to get it up to a full charge. It's pretty fast with it. You just have to make sure at home that you have a 240 volt plug installed. It needs to be operating off a minimum of a 30 amp circuit. Then continuing on from that, few assistance systems that are worth pointing out. So the car is going to have your surround view cameras, blind spot warning. It's going to have your adaptive cruise control, of course, so you can monitor that distance from the vehicle in front of you. And then as far as other options go, the car does come equipped with your premium package. That gives you all what kind of I consider your basic necessities. So your panoramic roof, your heated, ventilated seats in the back. I already mentioned it's got the 14-way seats, Bose sound system, all the stuff that you're typically after. Blind spot warning, once again, I've already talked about that one. So it is a very well-optioned vehicle and looks fantastic. This Aventurine green is fantastic on the Panamera. One of my favorite ones I've seen roll in lately, I'd have to say. If you have any questions, don't hesitate reaching out. More than happy to answer. You're also more than welcome to come and view the vehicle in person. Always great to do that, as on camera does them quite justice, no matter how good the photos are. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you for the next video.